Back on with news just coming in from poll-bound state of Karnataka. The state cabinet has decided to move Lingayats and Vokkaligas from category 3 to category 2, and as per the interim report of the state backward classes, the state government has created 2 more categories called 2C and 2D in addition to 2A and 2B. The quota will be balanced from the reservation allocation of the economically weaker sections, and with this decision of the state cabinet, there will be no categories called 3A and 3B in future. Let's go across to Ritu for more. Yes, Ritu, so the government is saying that they are going to try and figure out a way to balance this out from the EWS so that the Panchamasali Lingayats, largely who have been making the demand for reservation, are somehow appeased or managed.
Well, exactly. You see, this was a long time a debate and a fight as well from both the Lingayat community as well as from the Vokkaliga community, where you see after a constant cabinet ministers and the delegations from both the communities meeting CM Basavaraj Bommai today, the state government in Belagavi, where the winter session was on, and today happens to be the last day of the winter session. So end of the winter session, you see the Madhuswamy, in fact, the law minister of the Karnataka came out and said that in the cabinet that was taken up, the decisions have been made and there has been a solution that has been found as well. Now, what are the crucial things that the state government has decided here is that there won't be any more category called as 3A and 3B. But now, in addition to that, you see there is 2 additional categories that are being created, as in 2C and 2D, wherein the Panchamasali Lingayat community, which was under 3B, where they were getting a 5% of the reservation, and their demand was to move to 2A to get the 15% of the reservation. But now they will be moved to 2D category of reservation quota, and the Vokkaliga community for all this while, which was getting the 4% of the reservation and was demanding for 12% of reservation, will be moved to 2C category. But yes, the state government is yet to give the kind of a clarity of how many percent of the reservation in fact will be given to them. But yes,
right,
the law minister had made it clear that both the communities will be able to get all the benefits for education and for the business purpose, and apart from that there won't be much reservation for the other in the other sectors that they want to claim it. So that is the kind of word clearly been put out by the law minister. But yes, we have seen
it all sounds a little confusing at the moment, so everybody wants to get some clarity. Our research team has just put this out. I quickly want to read this out. The OBC reservation in Karnataka is divided into 5 categories. Category 1 is 4%, 2A is 15%, 2B is 4%, 3A is 4%, and 3B is 5%. Now, apart from this, there's also a 15% reservation for scheduled castes and 3% for scheduled tribes. That's how it makes the 50%. So, at this point, OBC reservations are present in 3B category, that is the Lingayat subsects, all of them. So, apart from the Panchamasali and the Veerashaiva Lingayats, there are 23 Lingayat subcastes who can be found in 3B. They all now find themselves moved to 2C or 2D. Now, the 2A category presently is made out of 102 occupational subcastes. So, if they were to be moved into 2A, that would further divide the reservation over the castes, these subcastes. Largely, the political discourse has been dominated by the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats in Karnataka, and most of the other OBCs and the subcastes, smaller castes, have not found that kind of voice that they would actually claim. Now, what this would do going forward, we'll have to wait and watch. Meanwhile, listen into the reactions. K. Sudhakar has spoken, and we also caught up with DK Shivkumar of the Congress. Listen.
This is going to be a historical decision. This is a revolutionary decision, and this is going to be, appreciated by one and all of this Karnataka state. It is very much legally possible, legally tenable, and socially it was very much required. Of course, it is feasible. This is done in accordance with the report of the backward commission.
How would you respond to this move by the Karnataka government to accord reservation to Lingayat community, where they're trying to create a separate clause as 2C and 2D?
See, it is not very clear. They're just trying to give us a carrot at the time of the election. We know, as per the Supreme Court judgment, there are a lot of issues and confusion. All communities have been demanding for as per their population. So what they are trying to break out, let the government come out with the clarity, then we are going to react.
Because what they have said is that they're going to move some of the castes, like the Lingayats and the Vokkaligas, and there won't be any 3A and 3B categories. They'll be moved to 2C and 2D categories.
We don't want any community to be affected out of it. What the demand is, as per the population, all communities are been demanding. We don't want to disturb any of the existing reservation, whatever they have. At the same time, there is no clarity in it. That is why we are just seeking for clarification, then we are going to react on it.
But if there is a provision for Lingayats to get a quota or reservation, would you welcome it or would you challenge?
See, I'm telling you, I don't want to react immediately. Let me have a clarity in it. See, I'm a political head. Though I belong to a different one community, a Vokkaliga community, I don't want, it is not only me. My party stand should be very clear that justice should be given to everyone. That is our utmost importance.
Now, for the second time after they were banned for unlawful activities on the 28th of September, there were statewide raids in Kerala conducted by the NIA in conjunction with the local police to scoop up the Tier 2, Tier 3 leadership of the PFI. Let's get you an overview of the raids that happened at the break of dawn this Thursday, largely targeting the second and third rung of the PFI. The locations were early morning at multiple Ernakulam 13 locations, Alappuzha 3 locations, Kollam 3 locations. Then further on, Pathanamthitta 3 locations were raided, Malappuram 7 locations were raided, Wayanad 6 locations were raided. There were more raids which happened in Thrissur, Kottayam and Thiruvananthapuram, 3 locations in Thiruvananthapuram and 2 each in the other 2 districts. Kannur city had 9 locations being raided, Palakkad had 1 location being raided and Kozhikode had 4 locations being raided. So overall about 56 locations were raided, and what stands out, ladies and gentlemen, is that from some of these places, just before the NIA arrived there along with the local police, some of the leaders escaped. So are there moles within? How deeply embedded is PFI across the system? And is there a threat of this organization regrouping? Let's go across to our guest straight away. On these NIA raids on the PFI, Amna Begum Ansari is with us, Rahul Ishwar is with us, and B.G. Harindranath, former law secretary and bureaucrat from Kerala, with us. Namaste to everybody. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to ask Mr. B.G. Harindranath, how sinister is this organization, and how sincere is the local administration in cracking down upon them? Because one gets the feeling that a lot of the PFI cadre or leaders were warned ahead of these raids. That's why they were able to escape.
The significant thing the most significant thing which we have to understand is Kerala has been very soft on these kind of Fissiparis tendencies from the beginning. When the professor's hand was cut, some about 1.5 decades ago, there was not even a proper investigation or arrest of those persons, and you will find that some of these assailants went scot-free. Next thing is, there were several such activities across Kerala, but we wanted to portray before the other parts of the country that we are a society where there is communal harmony. There is nothing like that in Kerala, and therefore what has happened is that this narrative we kept on pushing that, and we have come to a pass where we cannot live because of these undesirable miscreants. Now they've got a lot of funds. It is coming from outside Kerala. If you look at it, you will find that the entire smuggling of gold, I mean, the big chunk of it comes to Kerala. And who does this? This is the undesirable elements who are getting these funds, they are channelizing it for other nefarious purposes. And the police, police are also very soft, because police in Kerala, they are afraid to enter into certain religious and political areas, because they think that if they enter these thickets, their position itself will be very, shaky. And there is no political backing for the policemen who are upright in these matters. And secondly, our media narrative goes on a different way, because they don't actually understand, or they turn a Nelson's eye on these kind of issues. That is one of the main reasons why we are facing this situation. And we have elements in the police itself who are ready to leak out the news to the organizations, and they get a free escape route, and they get away. So this is, I understand, even when I was law secretary long back, that was around 8 years ago, there was a person who was sending news, hacking the emails, who was in the computer cell of the police DGP headquarters, who was sending this news to several persons, targeting certain communities. You find nothing was done. We had found out a lot about whom he was sending, but the police did not take any action on these matters.
No, but that is quite surprising, and it's a cause for worry that this entity and this organization has been able to embed itself in such a manner, and then they also have perfected the art of plausible deniability, Rahul Ishwar.
Anandji, Kerala is home to some great Muslim organizations like Indian Union Muslim League, educative and progressive MES, and evolving Jamaat-e-Islami, all respected spiritual organization like Samasta. But Popular Front of India is an Islamist, hardline, cancerous, extreme organization that, as rightly the earlier former law secretary said, chopped off the hands of Joseph sir. They even killed their comrade, Abhimanyu, who is associated with the SFI, and they have even done such atrocities across. And we should not have a soft approach towards them. Whether they belong to any community, hardliners should not be encouraged. And Popular Front is a hardline Islamist organization, and everyone knows it. And they also have a political avatar, as we know it. That's the reason why we need to check on their funds. We need to check on their nefarious activities, their ideology. And so civil society, media, government needs to be sure that they are not spreading their tentacles. I'm a proud Malayali, but let me tell with sadness that 100 people from Kerala went and joined ISIS. If Kerala is such a heaven of pluralism, of secularism, why should people join ISIS from Kerala? So there is a problem. That doesn't mean we are branding any community in a bad way. We are having a problem. We need to tackle with it. There has been instances of forced conversions. There has been instances of such things that we need to debate, discuss, and not brush it under the carpet. Kerala has 27% Muslim brothers. 99.99% are as pluralistic and patriotic as everyone else is. But there is a 0.01% hardline Islamist radicalism, which people, for being politically correct, are not willing to talk openly. It's high time we talk.
No, but why would you be? Why would the left? The left is not supposed to take any religious sides. It's supposed to be atheist. No, but why will the left allow? Why will the left allow parading of by the PFI celebrating the Mopla massacre right on the streets of Malappuram? Why was that allowed? Why is that being allowed?
If I can be very blunt and be honest, the left feels that Congress is slowly dwindling, and the Muslim support they can get. Usually Muslims vote en masse for Congress in the form of Muslim League or the UDF. The left feels anyway, since Congress is not gathering enough votes. Even AK Antony sir said we need to take Hindus along. AK Antony sir, that was his statement. So they feel...
No, he is only repeating what he wrote in his 2014 report. Now finally the Congress is planning to dust off. But that aside, for the left, why should it play appeasement politics? The left left under V.S. Achyutanandan had called the intentions of the PFI way back in 2009 in the Kerala High Court. I remember
those. And was very courageous in saying so. VS was very courageous, and VS even went to the extent of saying Popular Front want to create an Islamic state in Kerala. Popular Front, through conversions, through forced conversions in the next 20 years, they want to change Kerala itself. This was courageously told by a communist. But later communists or LDF, they want to take a softer line because they believe they will also get some windfall gains out of the dwindling Congress ship so that they can capitalize on the...
No, but then that means the left is very openly saying that the PFI represents the Muslims in Kerala. If the left is doing it as a game of appeasement, then PFI, then we have a serious problem. Then we have a serious... And Amna Begum Ansari, the other problem is, how do you know? How does the law pull up a person who's so deeply radicalized, who's got his, who's an erstwhile SIMI member, who are founder members of the PFI, and their individual cadre? Because you cannot put a person behind bars just because you feel that person is radicalized. See, this is how they use the system to their advantage, the law to their advantage.
Yes, they do. Look, I don't think there is any debate that PFI is Islamic political organization or not. I mean, you will find enough academic papers, even you can go through the Santos and Paleri 2021 paper, which clearly identify PFI as an Islamist political movement. So when we identify this is an Islamist movement, we understand that there is a problem. And it's not that this PFI and their former member, their member who were like former member of SIMI. So the SIMI was not banned by this current government of BJP. It was banned by the Congress government itself. Yeah. So we have to go beyond this ideological battle and understand this is the threat to our nation. Also, please do not generalize PFI for the Indian Muslim. And I keep saying that because this is what they want. Their document clearly has mentioned that if 10% Indian Muslim will back us up, we will win this war. That's what they are looking for. So the terror organization does not only want to create a fear among the masses, but they also want to create a perception of victimization of Muslim community. If you political party will treat them as a as a representative of Muslim, so you are giving the same message what they are looking for. They themselves are saying that 10% Indian Muslims are not supporting us and we need that support, and you are saying ki we will appease you because we want to make Muslims happy. What kind of messaging you are giving? So you have to rethink your you have to rethink your methods. You have to rethink how you are going to approach this organization, because they are going to stay in this society, and this is the long battle, and this battle is going through all around the world. So India is also going through this battle, and we still trying to figure out how we should find a solution to it. So this is a problem, but at the same time, please understand that we cannot generalize, because generalization is also will go in their support, and we cannot take them as a representative of Muslims when they themselves are saying ki we need 10% Muslim support. So
no, see, in Kerala, Amna ji, in Kerala, they wanted to cannibalize the IUML and all the other institutions. They were attacking these institutions and trying to say that we want to crowd and we want to represent all the Muslims in Kerala, not these institutions themselves. So the other Muslim bodies had a problem, inherent problem with the functioning of the PFI itself. And the PFI, left or right or center or whoever it is, they were attacking anybody who they thought is a threat or who is going to oppose them. It was not that, their stated position that we are the Muslim RSS and we are going to go after the RSS, which is the Hindutva force and all. This is all for stated intent. But what their idea was, and you said that document which came out of Bihar, this is what they were practicing in Kerala. But Mr. Harendranath, one of the things is this organization is like artificial intelligence. It is learning, and its members are also evolving. They were very smart. The moment the Campus Front of India and SDPI started getting under the thing, they changed their website to show Campus Front of India and SDPI's independent wings who have nothing to do with PFI. When it came to scrutiny,
can I add one thing there?
Yes.
The thing I wanted to I just want to add this few lines that this problem with the PFI, we have been listening this accusation from 2010, not by the BJP government, but the communist government itself from the Kerala. I do not understand where do we fail as a state. I mean, we have to have some robust plan there. NIA is raiding right now, and which is a very good thing, but we have to come forward with some kind of action plan where we can produce proper evidence to show that they are the problem. What they are claiming is not the true, and we have to have some very strong action against.
See, this is where I'm saying that like AI, they have also mastered this art of subverting the law, using the system to subvert the system. Harendranath ji, how are we going to crack this? Final comment.
What is mind-boggling is that the cadre, they have highly educated technocrats in their cadre. I don't understand how these people are falling into this kind of organizations and trying to. Now you said about artificial intelligence. These are the people who can write down all sorts of technical things in the software and then infiltrate all these systems. And you find the people who have gone to Syria to fight. These are all BTech and engineers from Kannur district. I don't know how this is happening. And we actually, the policing should start from there. We should have a counterintelligence of some kind in colleges and other places where this indoctrination happens. You know, you have to spot who's doing that, how they are doing it, and then at the bud itself it has to be nipped. Otherwise, you know, we'll not be able to control this. Now, so far as Muslim League and other big organizations are concerned, PFI's main enemy, first enemy is the Muslim League.
Correct.
Because what they are vying is for the votes of Muslim League. Then they will become a powerful organization. And if they get some kind of 10% votes, we are done for in Kerala.
No, not just 10%. That is their intent. That is their intent, stated intent, pan-India, and more importantly, Kerala Christian forums have come out and complained against what the PFI is doing with it, but no action has been taken. It's not been seriously taken. From 12,000 to 16,000 to 30,000, those numbers are only swelling up. I've run out of time. I thank you all. Before we wind up this edition of the Right Stand, a quick update, ladies and gentlemen. Reliance Industries chairman Mukesh Ambani's younger son Anant got engaged to Radhika Merchant. The couple had a traditional roka ceremony at the Srinathji temple in Nathdwara in Rajasthan in presence of family and friends. The wedding date is not yet known. The couple have been friends for years. In fact, in June this year, Mukesh Ambani and Neeta Ambani had hosted an Arangetram for Radhika, who is a trained Bharatnatyam dancer. We wish the couple all the very, very best. And with that, we call it a wrap on this edition of The Right Stand.